A Navy official caught on camera threatening partygoers with a gun in front of his Burke, Virginia house may still face charges. Good evening, I'm Leslie Foster.
And I'm Adam Longo. WUSA 9 broke this story, and our Northern Virginia Bureau Chief Peggy Fox is live at Fairfax County Police Headquarters with new information. Good evening, Peggy.
Well, I can tell you this, that police officers met with the Commonwealth's attorney today, and the Commonwealth's attorney told them to go gather more information, specifically interviews with those involved. He told me that the first time he saw cell phone video of the incident was on our newscast last night.
Let's go in the car!
The man with the gun is Carnegie Ohanessian, a Deputy Assistant Secretary of the Navy for the Environment.
He aimed it and he cocked it and he loaded it at our heads.
The young man in the video talked to WUSA 9 about the June 11th incident. The 24-year-old said he and two friends were leaving a party in the neighborhood. They parked in front of Ohanessian's house and were just trying to leave.
He forced all three of us into the vehicle and he told us to drive away, and then he chased the vehicle with a gun a little bit.
Ohanessian's next-door neighbor was shocked to see the video.
If it's him, there's probably something that caused him to react that way. But
something
again,
we don't see on video.
But then again, that's really out of place for him.
Do you think he should face charges?
Absolutely. You know, it's not okay what he did.
The incident you see in that cell phone video happened at the Ohanessian's house right down there, 2 doors up. At this home is where the party was taking place, and neighbors say it was an out-of-control bash with partiers spilling out here into the street. In fact, one woman says she couldn't even get to her house down there because they were blocking the road. 2 of the 3 men who were getting into the car filed complaints with police a few days after the incident in June. Police charged and arrested Ohanessian, but then a magistrate decided there was not sufficient probable cause. Ohanessian was de-arrested. Why isn't this Navy officer charged at this point?
Well, there's a judicial process, and we're respectful of that. So, again, at the request of the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office, the officer has been asked to do additional investigative steps, and that's currently underway.
That is Major Ed O'Carroll explaining that the officers did charge Ohanessian at first, took him to the magistrate office. The magistrate decided not to file those charges. They had to de-arrest him, but the investigation is continuing. And today, once again, the Commonwealth's attorney said, go get more information. We should know something here in a few weeks whether he will face charges. Reporting live in Fairfax, Peggy Fox, WUSA 9.
Peggy, thank you. So essentially, the process is starting from scratch. If Ohanessian is charged, it would be for brandishing a firearm, which is a misdemeanor. He would be allowed to keep his weapon under Virginia state law.
It's been exactly 1 month since a Navy official pointed a gun at 3 men on a public street in Burke, Virginia.
And still no charges tonight. Northern Virginia Bureau Chief Peggy Fox is looking into what law enforcement is doing and what could be the cause of this delay. Hi, Peggy.
Well, you know, when you see those cell phone videos in this case, it's hard to understand why there are no charges, especially considering what the Navy officials said.
Let's go in the car!
There are 2 cell phone videos of 49-year-old Carnegie Ohanessian brandishing and threatening 3 young men who are on a public street in front of his house in Burke. This video lasts about 1.5 minutes. During that time, he points his gun directly at the young men twice. Ohanessian and his wife are accusing the young men of being drunk, and he offers that as a legitimate reason to shoot them.
Public drunkenness is a crime. I can shoot out of you guys right now.
Can't. There's no way that's true.
Ted Seibert is a former police officer, former prosecutor, and now a criminal defense attorney.
His statements at the time of the offense go to his state of mind. That statement suggests a level of aggression on his part at a time when the facts or what's going on don't seem to justify that statement.
Eric Stanton Hoyle was getting into his car and stopped to shoot the video to get the man to realize what he was doing.
He made all these statements. So for somebody to be that out of control, to be waving a gun in my friend's face, to make the statement, I'm going to shoot you, I truly believe that if I had not stepped in, I do not know what would have happened. And I think someone could have gotten killed.
Get in the car!
Even though video is easy for anyone to download or grab, obtaining videos for legal evidence isn't always easy for police, and it may have caused difficulties in this case.
Well, in the age of digital video, that actually is far more susceptible to manipulation I'm not saying this video was manipulated, but it's far easier to manipulate a digital video. And so the longer that the police don't have it, the harder it is for the government in a trial sometime in the future to demonstrate that the video hasn't been altered.
The best way for police to obtain original cell phone video is for them to seize the cell phone and then have a forensic expert extract it from the device. My understanding is that did not happen in this case. Adam?
All right, Peggy, thank you. Now, police did arrest Ohanessian at first, but a magistrate did not find probable cause, and he was let go, essentially de-arrested. Police are still gathering more evidence to present to the Commonwealth's attorney.
He pointed a gun and threatened to shoot 3 young men in a Fairfax County neighborhood, but that Navy official faces no charges. And one of the young men says that's a double standard. He talked exclusively to Northern Virginia Bureau Chief Peggy Fox, who joins us now from Fairfax County Police Headquarters. Peg, what did he tell you?
Well, I can tell you this, Fairfax County Police say the matter is still under investigation, but one of the 3 young men who was threatened by this Navy official is back in town from a mission trip. He was the one driving the car, and he says he was just trying to leave. That Navy official, he says, pointed the gun at him and chased him as he drove away.
He had it loaded. He clicked it. I heard him click it. That was the scariest part of the entire thing, was when I heard him click it.
Go in the car!
26-year-old Eric Stanton Hoyle was one of the 3 young men who were threatened by this man, 49-year-old Carnegie Ohanessian, a Deputy Assistant Secretary of the Navy for the Environment.
And he's yelling at me, I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna shoot you.
Eric says he pulled out his phone and started recording video to document what was happening.
Hey, sir, I have you on camera.
Get in the car!
Sit, you're pointing a gun at my friend, which is a criminal offense. So please stop it. Please.
Eric and his 2 friends had just left a party. It was around 8 p.m. on June 11th. Eric was driving and says he was not drunk.
Public drunkenness is a crime. I can shoot out of you guys right now.
Can't. If I hadn't stepped in and done something about it, he could have killed somebody and gotten away with it.
A day after the incident, Eric left for Haiti for a mission trip to an orphanage with his church. Eric's mother is a minister. When he returned last week, he was surprised to learn that no charges have been filed yet against Ohanessian.
And the reason I don't think it was handled correctly is because this guy is some high up dude. But I don't care who you were. I mean, this guy was in our face with a gun.
Have police tried to contact you?
No.
No.
No. You know.
So if it had been you who pulled the gun?
Oh, I'm sure I'd be in jail. No question.
Eric says the incident started with Ohanessian's wife coming out first and asking them if the party was over because it was getting loud and she was about to call the police. He says that neither him nor his friends threatened her or Mr. Ohanessian in any way. Reporting live in Fairfax, Peggy Fox, WUSA 9.
Thanks, Peg. And we left a message for Carnegie Ohanessian asking for his side of the story, but we have not heard back.
33 days now since a Navy official threatened to shoot 3 young men who were on the street in front of this house in Burke. And still tonight, no decision on charges. Peggy Fox is in the neighborhood with another exclusive interview that's shedding more light on what happened.
Let's go in the car!
24-year-old Merrill Shope is the one staring at the barrel of a gun pointed by Deputy Assistant Secretary of the Navy for the Environment, Carnegie Ohanessian.
He loaded it and cocked it in front of me. Yeah.
And pointed it at you.
And pointed at my head. I was telling them, please put down the weapon.
Do you think that people in the neighborhood should be concerned?
Yes, I think they should be concerned.
Shope and 2 friends were on a public street in front of Ohanessian's house on June 11th at around 8 p.m.
They are gun owners, and they are irresponsible gun owners. I'm not looking for revenge. I'm just looking for peace of mind. And
that's why you're speaking out?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You don't want to see this happen to someone else?
No, I don't want to see this happen to somebody else.
Shope went to Fairfax County Police 2 days after the incident and filed a complaint. Ohanessian was arrested and then de-arrested. Fairfax County Police say they're still investigating. Gave a statement.
Yes, ma'am.
And since then, police have not come back to you to interview you?
They have not followed up on anything.
Shope says police may have thought he was drunk because of his speech impediment.
It definitely plays a part in the fact that you know, he called me names, and the fact that, you know, if I go to police for issues, they don't seem to take me seriously.
But police also have not interviewed Eric Stanton Hoyle.
I felt that like, my life was threatened.
He took one of the cell phone videos. We interviewed him last week after he came back from his mission trip to Haiti. His mother's a pastor. She's concerned, and so is his dad.
I'm just amazed that a person can brandish a weapon against 3 people and that there wouldn't at least be a lot more investigation on the part of the police with Eric.
Eric and Meryl have given me permission to give their contact information to investigators, and I have since passed that along to police. The Navy has put Ohanessian on administrative leave. We've knocked on his door right there where the red car is, but received no answer. However, we have seen Ohanessian walking around outside in front. Reporting live in Burke, Peggy Fox, WUSA 9.
And it continues. Peggy, thank you. Now, a conviction for brandishing a firearm carries a possible 1-year sentence. If he were to be charged and convicted on the 3 counts for the 3 victims, he could face a maximum of 3 years in prison.
A Navy official is facing charges tonight for pointing a gun at 3 young men who were on a public street in front of the man's home in Burke. It happened more than a month ago. The man was arrested in June, but then all of the charges and everything went away. Northern Virginia Bureau Chief Peggy Fox was there when he was served with the new charges. And Peg, you are in Fairfax County with some reaction and another exclusive interview with a victim.
Well, Leslie, I can tell you these young men who were threatened by that Navy official are relieved he's finally facing charges. Today, 2 Fairfax County detectives served Carnegie Ohanessian with 3 misdemeanor charges of brandishing a firearm, 1 for each of the victims.
It's justice served because, you know, people just think they can do whatever they want, and that's not right.
You are. 26-year-old Tyler Steele and 2 other young men had just left a barbecue at a friend's house in Burke when Ohanessian threatened them with a gun on June 11th.
He put me and my friends' lives in danger, and it was insanely scary. I've never been in such a scary situation.
You pulled your phone out and started videotaping. Why?
Because I knew what he was doing was wrong.
Ohanessian, the Deputy Assistant Secretary of the Navy for the Environment, was put on paid administrative leave on July 7th after WUSA 9 showed the video of the incident. After he was served the summonses today, we tried to speak to him, but he did not answer the door. The other 2 men with Tyler Steele were Eric Stanton Hoyle and Meryl Shope. All 3 say none of them threatened Ohanessian or his wife in any way. Shope's mother thinks it shouldn't have taken so long for charges to come.
And with all the tension and violence going on, this should be an easy job for the police to do. It's routine work, and it's a shame that politics was getting in the police's way.
And you believe that's what happened?
Well, it does seem that way because there was such a delay until you guys got hold of the video. Nothing really happened.
The delay does not concern Steele.
We're all human beings. We all make mistakes, you know. I don't wish anything bad against the guy, but hopefully he learns that he can't just start pulling out his gun on people.
Since Ohanessian was given the summonses at his house, his first court appearance will be for his trial on the 3 brandishing charges. They are 3 misdemeanors, and each carries a maximum penalty of 1 year in jail. Live in Falls Church, Peggy Fox, WUSA 9.
All right, Peg, thank you. And because the charges are only misdemeanors, he can keep those weapons. Only felonies require you to turn over your guns.